Hello, this is Decimal, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing OVUM, which is a 5-voice all-analog drone synthesizer by Crow's Electromusic. Quick disclosure, I was sent OVUM over for review, but Crow's Electromusic has no say in the content of this video, so let's get into it. The enclosure for OVUM is a nice smooth wood finish, and it has USB-C for power, stereo headphone line out, and a master volume wheel. It also comes with a USB-C cable and a USB wall plug. Each analog voice on OVUM has a level slider, a pitch knob, a tone control, and a wave switch. When it comes to the wave switch, left is for a triangle wave and the right is for a square wave. The real fun with OVUM is when you start to introduce more voices and mix them together using the level slider. I also want to mention that during these recordings, I did not notice any background noise. Overall, I was able to make rich tones with the 5 voices or even softer ones as well. Much like other drone synthesizers, I really think OVUM shines when you route it to a pedal, so why don't we try that? Here I'm using the Korg NTS1's Reverb, and now let's take a listen. I personally think the additional reverb adds much needed width to the OVUM, and it's pretty much essential for a synthesizer like this. However, this is nothing new. I always run reverb through all my drone synthesizers. Now I want to talk about the pros and cons with the OVUM. Starting with the pros, at $129 USD for a 5-voice all-analog drone synthesizer is a pretty good price for what you are getting, making the barrier to entry quite low. The one knob per function concept is something that I can always get with, and I think that is a great idea. The volume sliders are also really fun to fade a voice in and out. I also enjoy the capability to switch the wave function per voice and be able to mix those voices together. I think that is one of the very unique features of this synth, and I truly enjoyed that. Now let's talk about some of the cons. Like I said before, I think a reverb pedal is pretty essential for a synth like this, so that is additional gear to consider when using this synthesizer. Although I really like the triangle and square wave switches, an interesting concept might have been to have a knob that can fade between triangle and square wave. The sliders are pretty cool, but having a button that could trigger a voice would have been very nice as well. Also, I would love for a drone synth like this to have MIDI or CV routing to be able to trigger the voices and manipulate controls. The only downside to that is it would increase the price of the unit and possibly the size as well, but this is a feature that I think a lot of people would enjoy. So, who is OVUM for? With the lower price to entry, I could see OVUM being for people just getting into synthesizers. With the one knob per function, it's an easy way to understand sound manipulation and analog synthesis. I also think this synth is good for seasoned musicians that want to add background texture to their mixes or even ambient music for, let's say, a video game or film. Another thing I want to mention is that Crow's Electromusic is run by one person, and I'm a true believer in supporting small synth projects such as OVUM. I am also sure that OVUM is not going to be the only project that Crow's Electromusic is going to make. If you enjoyed this review, let me know in the comments down below, and thank you very much for watching. I'm going to end this video with additional jams from the OVUM, so enjoy.